Hello YouTube, this is Keith Kevin Ken. Welcome to another pocket dump deconstruction here on the Keith Kevin Ken channel. Listen, my apartment building has posted all over the place in the elevators that they'll be testing fire alarms over the next 4 days. So hopefully, I have my fingers crossed, hopefully we'll get through this video without an alarm going off. Okay? If one does, I don't know. Let's get going so we don't get caught. What you see right there, that's what's going to fill my pockets today. Today is Tuesday, August 9th, 2016. Yeah, I know. You're saying, Kevin, why do you keep giving us the date? Well, it's Tuesday, August 9th, 2016. And I give you the date because we do this every single day. Every single day. There are over 170 pocket dump deconstructions on a playlist here on the channel. Go enjoy yourself. A whole variety of knives. A lot of slobbering over knives. A lot of love of knives. As we go through the collection and talk about what I'm carrying. What you see right there, well, that's going to fill my pockets. And yes, they're going to be heavy and they're going to be filled, and I'm going to be happy on this Tuesday. Right there, I took a picture of this, several. I'm going to post a picture on my Instagram, same as the YouTube, at Keith Kevin Ken, later on this afternoon. But right now, I turned my iPhone 6s Plus from taking the pictures to video. Now let's do this deconstruction. On this Tuesday, I survived Monday. Monday was not as bad as I thought. And that's a good thing. Now we have to deal with Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and half of Friday, right? I'm wearing my Rolex Datejust today. Couple of meetings, and that's always just a classic. Sean Design Pins. Schoen Design Pen, sorry about that. Schoen Design Pen, S-C-H-O-N. I love my Schoen Design Pens. This is the Thai version of the pen. Let's see. The cigar, I call it a Vagarios. I love this small smoke, this short smoke after the end of the day. I really do. It's one of the more recent brands coming out of Cuba, and a lot of people pass it by because of the branding. That's some modern branding, isn't it? But what a nice smoke. Figaros. We're carrying some scotch today. It's the blue kind. You know why? Because I'm celebrating that I made it to Tuesday. It's the blue kind. One of my thin wallets. And let's see. Oh, the coin. The coin is a 1995 unicorn coin. It's the first in a 4-part series of unicorn coins. I love these coins. Hard to find. And my grandkids love when granddaddy carries a unicorn, one of the unicorn coins. Let's take the knives off of this. This is Smithson leather notepad that I got from the UK. Yeah. A long time ago, I got a box of those. A lot of them. I just love that. Feels good. You can tell I'm in meeting mode, can't you? Yeah. Gonna look kind of fancy, but in my pocket, I'm carrying some nice knives. The Ladybug, you know, this is Spyderco's smallest locking knife. This is the Ladybug 3. FRN scales. This has this nice purple FRN scales. This is gonna be my keychain knife. I only carry a single hoop with 3 keys on it, and every day it's different. Every day it gets everyone's attention because I put one of my knives on it. In this case, it's the Ladybug. I really like this little knife. FRN scales, that's fiberglass reinforced nylon. Just under 2 inches, 1.9 inches. It's so light. Man, it's almost as light as that coin. But man, oh man, oh man, that VG10 steel, oh, good steel, does a lot. You know, opening up boxes that you get in the mail, um, clipping your fingernails. I have a cigar cutter in my backpack, but I'll tell you, this is great for cutting your cigars. It's great for anything, and it doesn't scare a soul. If you want to give someone in your life a knife that they can just throw in their pocket, there is no pocket clip. Of course not. It's so small. Why would you need a pocket clip? Or throw in a purse or something. It's just a nice. And of course, it has a Spyderco back lock, which is their strongest lock by far. It's so strong. You can beat this thing up and it just comes out looking great. That's the Ladybug 3 from Spyderco. Yeah, it's one of my favorites from Brous Blades. You know, I couldn't sleep last night and I was watching YouTube and I saw a number of people talking about the new Brous Blade knives. I even saw him at SHOT Show and Blade Show, this recent Blade Show, with all of his brand new knives. I'm going to have to pick those up at some point. But man, I have what? I don't know, 20, 25 Brous Blade knives. I love his knives, most of his earlier ones. And man, I just love them. This right here is one of my favorites. It's the Caliber, the Brous Blades Caliber. It has that spear point, which I love. Look how smooth it is. D2 steel. Jason Brous loves his D2 steel, and I love what he does with it. It's just a nice knife. This happens to be one of his one-of-a-kind knives. Jason has limited knives. This is a mid-tech. This one, he carved out the carbon fiber. There's no other one like this. Look how nice that is. It's blacked out, carbon fiber, and then look at the carving on it. Just a one-of-a-kind from Brous Blades. I love his deep carry, pocket clips. It's reversible. You take this off and put that over there. Oh man, it's his own pivot. I just, it's so light too. The liners are skeletonized. It flips out like a dream. It is a liner lock. Look how light. It's a light blade. Did you see how smooth it is? And it flips out. It is one of my best flippers by far. This is the Jason Brous from Brous Blades Caliber. You can still find these on the open markets or at Blade HQ, distributors and stuff still having them. You won't find this one. He has a number of other one-of-a-kind with the scales I've seen at Blade HQ, but also his regulars. He usually has a blackout, a stone-washed, and an acid stone-wash blade. Man, he does and satin as well. I keep threatening to buy a satin blade version of this. Man, it's a nice knife. If you don't know Jason Brous, check him out. And if you can get some of his older knives, and the newer ones too, I just haven't had a chance to play with them. But man, he does a great job. Look at that see-through construction, easy to clean. And I'll tell you, couldn't go to sleep. I started playing with, people started talking about Brous Blades. I opened up, I have the Brous Blades in one of the fourth 1550 case, and I started playing with them, and I could not put this down. So when I got up this morning, this was on my desk. I had to carry it. It is the Caliber from Jason Brous. Check him out. He has a lot of great knives. I'll do a Jason Brous. Have I done one? I know I talk about his Silent Soldier flippers and neck knives, which I have. I have a number of his fixed blades as well as his folders. I love his folders. Love them. So I'm going to have to play with a Jason Brous special kind of thing because I love his folders. That's my medium carry, and it's as light as can be. One of my lightest knives, too. It whips out there, has that wonderful spear grind. Man, this is it's EDC because it's so light. Really has a lot of utility, but you know, I could do a little damage, too. Yeah, it's a Chris Reeve knife, but what's different? Well, you see what's different. It would be a plain Jane. I love, except that this has this starburst pattern on the titanium. Yeah, it's a Star-Benza. It's a large Star-Benza 21. Yeah, the star pattern goes all through. This is the only Chris Reeve knife that I've seen where even the lock has some carving on it. Usually Chris Reeve, no matter how beautiful the knife, he keeps that lock without anything on it. This is the Chris Reeve, the Star-Benza 21 is part of that Star-Benza line that Chris Reeve has with Wilson Tactical. It is only through Wilson Tactical he's gotten together. Wilson Tactical is just what it says, sells guns and other tactical gear. And this is the Star-Benza. Oh, I love this double pegs. What do you got? Why did I just blank? I'm sorry, you guys. You guys know what I mean. I love that they're silver. S35 VN steel, because you know that's how Chris Reeve rolls. You can find Star-Benzas on the secondary market, but you know what? Go to Wilson Tactical and pick up one. You can tell it's Wilson Tactical because this Starburst is part of their brand, and that's why they all have it. They have the large and small Star-Benza 21. They have a Star-Benza 25 as well. And they even did the treatment. They have a special collaboration as well for the Umnumzon, except, oh, it's not a Sabenza, so they call it a StarTac. And what it is an Umnumzon with this pattern. I had to get them all because I just love the treatment. You see the Wilson Tactical brand right there on the clip. It comes with a special bead that has Wilson Tactical and Chris Reeve on it. Man, what it is a Sabenza, but it gives that wonderful look and gives you a little extra grip as well. 3.6 inch S35 VN steel, double studded. Oh, just, I don't know. I don't know if you own a Sabenza, a regular plain or inlaid or whatever, or this Star-Benza, but man, there's something about just having a wonderful tool in your pocket. It really is nice, and it looks beautiful, but doesn't overdo it, not too fancy smancy. I just love this. This is the Star-Benza, folks, the large Star-Benza 21 from Wilson Tactical. And that's my carry right there. Oh, I'm excited about the carry. Yeah, this week I'm just going to have nice, simple carries, but with so much class. I love it. That's what you're going to see a picture of when I post it around noonish, 1-ish, 2-ish this afternoon when I get a break from work. That's going to be on my Instagram at Keith Kevin Ken. But you know what? This ain't Instagram. No. This is the Keith Kevin Ken YouTube channel that you guys have helped to grow, that you guys make possible. And this, my friends, the knife that got away, the Hinderer. Hinderer XM18. Man, I love the Hinderer. G10 scales, textured. This is gray with a little bit of my dirt wrapped in. I love the Hinderer. I love the stonewash blades. It just hides all kinds of sins. The same with the stonewash lock side, the titanium lock side. Frame lock, of course, with that wonderful special Hinderer pivot, which I love. Just simple. Get a screwdriver, get a coin, tighten it up, loosen it up as much as you want. Man, heavy S35 VN steel blade, 3.5 inches. That's why it's an XM18, 3.5 inches. The 3 inches Hinderer XM series and the 3.5 are XM18. And then, of course, when you get to 4 inches, it's XM24. Oh, This one, when I got this on the secondary market. It's actually my first Hinderer I ever got. And the person who sold it to me took out the other tie standoffs and put copper in them. Doesn't it look nice? That's the great thing about a Hinderer. I don't embellish my knives a lot. I'll buy different variations and let the maker embellish them. But I love seeing others embellish them, and I was so happy. This was a surprise. They didn't even tell me about this, and when I got it, it had these wonderful standoffs. But you can change out the clip plate right here that's removable. You can do all kinds of things with a Hinderer. Here's the deal about Hinderers, and when I started collecting, that's all I heard before I ever bought a Hinderer. First of all, they were very expensive. I could not find one that was less than $750 because they were all on the secondary market. Hinderer, which I know they still do, sell to servicemen, policemen, firefighters, and before that was the only way you can get them at the factory prices. A real nice mid-tech. It's like a StarBenza to me, and it's priced like a StarBenza. Now they really did two things. There was a big knock on the Hinderers. First, you could only get them in the secondary market, and everyone wanted one because it wasn't easy to get, and the prices just went through the roof. Well, they have a great list of distributors now. Blade HQ, KnifeArt.com, wherever you shop online for knives, you can find a Hinderer. I think that is so great. So now I can get them at $450 or whatever. Again, StarBenza prices, and they're worth it. Look at that jimping. Look at the thick S35V in stock. Great stock as well. I love it because it just hides everything. The other thing, before I even collected knives, I was still just collecting the Spyderco economy knives, and all I heard about the Hinderer, the Tenacious and all of those. The only thing I heard about the Hinderer are horrible flippers. I didn't even own a flipper. I just owned things with Spyderco holes. Horrible flippers. And you know what? I see that on YouTube because people are stuck with it. These new generation of Hinderers flip like a freaking dream. You guys, I don't know if you've seen my Skinner. Go check it out on one of the playlists. It's a red Skinner with this big, gigantic S35VN blade. This one is a thick blade too. And you guys have seen me. Not only is it smooth as silk, but you've seen me flip it in all kinds of manners. It flips like a dream now. They solved the distribution. They solved the flipping. Man, it's a hell of a knife. I'll tell you. It's right up there with the StarBenza. It really is. I love this, but I'm not carrying it. So, Kevin, you love it. Why aren't you carrying it? I'm not carrying it. I really wanted the caliber. This is a nice thinner, the StarBenza's nice thinner knife, and I'm going to put that in one of my leather sheaths, one of my Chris Reeve leather sheaths, and hang the real thin caliber. But, man, you see I'm playing with it. If you haven't messed with a Hinderer, if you haven't, you should try it. It's really nice. And you guys know I'm not a heavy user of knives. Look how smooth this puppy is. Anyway, I gotta stop flipping this thing. Hey, that's something you would not have heard anyone in their right mind say a couple of years ago. Oh, I can't stop flipping my Hinderer. Oh yeah. That's what gave it its bad rep for a while. It was so expensive because you could only get it secondary market. You couldn't find one. And then, of course, when you did, they didn't flip. But now they flip, and it's wonderful. That's my Hinderer XM18, a 3.5-inch blade that got away from us. That's not going to be carried. That's the knife that got away. Thank you, you guys. That does it for me on this Tuesday, August 9th. Please thumb up. Hey, thanks for going crazy on the thumb ups, man. You guys just give me so much energy. It's better than caffeine in the... No, it's not better than caffeine in the morning. Who am I fooling? I have to have caffeine in the morning. But, man, it does get me jazzed up and ready to go. So, thank you for that. Thanks for your comments. I read them every single day. I really do. And I will get back to a bunch of them as well. I'm always late getting back, but I do love to read your comments. Thumb up. Don't forget, subscribe. We're on our way to 1,000 new subscribers. And when we do, it's going to be a Star-Benza school out here. Star-Benza. I'm sorry, you guys. It's going to be a Spyderco school out here. See, I put my mind on automatic pilot and it crashes. Spyderco school. We're going to go over about 400 new Spydercos. I'm hoping today and tomorrow I get some new Spydercos that I'll share with you. They'll be in my carry and I'll do a special video as well on a mail call. Hey, you guys, don't forget to subscribe. Join me on Instagram at KeithKevinKen. You guys have a perfect day. Hey, sneak in some fun. Sneak in some fun just for you, all right? Have a perfect day. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.